You are about to practice morning yoga for beginners with a core workout. Welcome to the Fight Master Yoga channel. I'm Leslie Fight Master. This is day 10 of our Yoga for Beginners 30-day challenge. Today we'll focus on creating some strength and a little bit of heat in the core muscles, the belly muscles, because when you have a strong core, everything moves lightly and a little more effortlessly. So remember, this is going to be a little challenging here and there, so push the pause button and rest. Do what you can do today, and don't worry about anything else. This is your practice, and just do your best. Take care of yourself. It's day 10. Congratulations to Irina Oksuik. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, Irina, I'm sorry. From India, you won a free Jade Yoga mat. Congratulations. And if you didn't win today, don't worry, you can still enter. Just go to fightmasteryoga.com/free mat and enter there. However, you must subscribe to Fight Master Yoga and hit the like button, because we like each other, and that's a good thing. Let's begin. Sitting nice and tall. Close your eyes. Bring your hands together in front of your heart as you take a couple long breaths. May your practice today help you to feel strong and connected throughout your whole body and also throughout your mind. And then roll yourself forward. Wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Spread out your fingers. Inhale, bring your chest forward, look up and lengthen the front of the body. Exhale, round the back, chin toward chest, tucking the tail. And let's tuck the toes under today. So inhale, bring the chest through, shoulder blades toward the waist. And as you exhale, round the back and then take your hips back to your heels with the toes tucked under. This can be pretty intense, so if it becomes too intense, come off your heels. Make your way forward again. Inhale, chest forward, look up, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the back, chin toward chest, and then hips to the heels. Sitting nice and tall, ribs in, lengthening through the spine, shoulders back and down. Remember, come off the heels if it becomes too intense. Hands forward again, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone up. Exhale, round the back, chin toward chest, belly in, untuck the toes, and now take hips back to heels for child's pose. Keep the arms extended in front if you can, and then sweep them to the low back and interlace your thumbs. As you exhale, start to lift the arms any amount as you stretch out through the shoulders. They might not lift at all, and that is completely fine. Releasing down, reaching the arms forward again, just for a breath. Stretch out your spine. And then sweep them to the low back. Put the other thumb on top. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lifting the arms again any amount. And remember, if they don't lift at all, it's completely okay. We're stretching out the shoulders a little bit here. And then release, making your way back up to table. And now extend your right leg back, tucking the toes, and then lift it from the inner thigh and drop the outer hip. Left arm forward. Remember, pull the ribs and belly in a lot. Stretching through the arm and leg as you breathe here. Try to plug that left shoulder arm right into the shoulder socket and then release back to table. And now left leg back. First tuck the toes under. Remember, you can keep the foot down here if that's better. Or lift it from the inner thigh. Right arm forward. Stretch to the arm and leg, but draw that right shoulder, that arm into the shoulder socket. Why can't I say that today? Stretch to the arm and leg. Pull ribs and belly in as you breathe here. And then release it, let it down. Back to table. Take a breath. And now we'll do the right leg back again. You can keep it on the floor if you wish. Left arm forward, ribs and belly in and up. Drop the outer right hip. Exhale, pull the knee, pull the elbow to center. Inhale, reach through the arm and leg. Drop that outer right hip. Exhale, pull everything down the center like you're moving through water. Make your own resistance. Inhale, reach, dropping outer right hip, ribs and belly in. Exhale, pull it down through the center. Inhale, reach through the arm and leg. Exhale here. and then release back to table. So if that's too much, do what you can. Don't worry about getting it all perfectly. That's not what it's about. Left leg up, drop the outer hip, right arm forward, ribs and belly in. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly draw the elbow and knee down the center. Pull the ribs and belly in and up. Inhale, reach out, drop that outer left hip. As you exhale, pull it right down the center, feeling those core muscles engage. Inhale, reach out through the arm and leg. Exhale, draw it right down the center. Inhale to extend. Drop the outer left hip again, ribs and belly in. And then release back down. So we're going to keep the left leg extended, tuck the toes under. Now see if you can draw your right knee towards your belly. Then inhale to plank. You can drop both knees down at any time. That's always, always an option. Or you can keep them up and then left knee in toward chest. Inhale, plank. You can keep the knees down. And then I'll lift your hips for down dog and then just bicycle the legs. Make sure the arms are shoulders distance, the feet are hips width apart. Remember, if you need a break, push the pause button and rest. Now look forward and walk your feet up to your hands. As you inhale, come halfway up and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Press through the feet, inhale, stretch the arms overhead, palms facing in, ribs in. And exhale, hands to heart. At the front of the mat, feet together or hip socket distance apart. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Firm the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases. Long spine as you fold in. Knees bent as much as they need to. Inhale, lengthen, look up. As you exhale, step your right foot way back. Left knee over ankle, and then the left foot way back into plank pose. Knees up or down is your choice. Shift forward, hug your elbows in as you lower to your belly. Hands by low ribs, press the tops of the feet down for cobra. Keep the belly lifted, and now tuck the toes. Knees can be up or down as you press up to the knees, and then stretch to downward dog. Again, bicycling the legs here if you wish. Make sure the arms and ears are in line. Pull your ribs and belly in. Stretch through the heels, straightening the legs as much as they will. Now looking forward, bend your knees and step your feet forward to the hands. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold in. Press through the feet and rise up on your inhale. Keep the ribs and belly pulling in and up. Exhale, hands to heart. So make sure your feet are together or hip socket distance apart. And then inhale, stretch the arms overhead. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, step the left foot way back. And now add the right foot to plank pose. Knees up or down at any time. Chest forward, hug your elbows in, knees up or down, lower to the belly. Hands by the low ribs. Inhale for cobra, or you remember upward dog from yesterday. If that feels good for you, you could do that too. And then pressing up to plank with your knees up or down. Stretch back again into downward dog. Keep pressing the weight up toward the hips and then down toward the heels. Spread your fingers wide, press into the base of the fingers. Now inhale, come to the knees, come forward back to table. And then I'm going to do a little work on the forearms. But first, with the elbows down, you're just going to make fists with your hands and circle your wrists in one direction and then the other direction, just to give those wrists a little bit of a break. And then back to table, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Now inhale, peel your right palm, but keep the base of the fingers down and then set it down. Inhale, peel the left palm up, and then exhale, set it down. We're strengthening the fascia in the wrists. Inhale, peel the right palm up, keep the base of the fingers down, release it. And then inhale the left palm up, keep the base of the fingers down, exhale, release it. Now inhale, see if you can lift both of them up at the same time while keeping the base of the fingers down, and then set them back down. And one more time, lift up, inhale, exhale, release. Good. Walk your hands about a handprint forward. We're going to do the same thing in down dog. It gets more difficult, so just do what you can. Spin the inner elbows forward, tuck the toes for down dog, arms, shoulders distance, and feet hips width. Spread your fingers, pressing into the base of the fingers, then inhale, peel just the palm of the hand up, the right hand, and set it down. Inhale, palm of the left hand up, exhale, release it. Inhale, palm of the right hand, exhale, set it down. Inhale, just the palm and the back of the left hand, and then exhale, set it down. Now see if you can lift both up, inhale, and exhale. It's hard, I know. Inhale, both of them up, and exhale, setting them back down. This will strengthen your wrists. Now looking forward, we're going to come through and sit. And that little exercise helps to strengthen your wrists. And I would say do it as much as you can as you're learning this, as long as your wrists aren't hurting you. Don't do it when your wrists hurt. Fingertips forward, feet on the floor. Inhale, lift up. You can also turn your fingertips out here. This is reverse table. You might not be able to come up very high. That's okay. Let your head go back only if it's okay with your neck. Spin your inner thighs down. Lengthen sitting bones toward backs of knees. Now bring chin to chest and lower back down. So if this hurts your wrist, turn your fingertips out instead. But let's make fists with the hands, and then we'll circle in one direction and the other. And then we're doing it again. So fingertips forward, or you can turn them out. Feet are hips width apart, bending the knees. As you exhale, start to lift yourself up into reverse table. Let your head go back if your neck's okay with it. Otherwise, you can look forward. So you're lifting the hips up and then lengthening them toward the backs of the knees, spiraling the inner thighs down toward the floor. So knees are over ankles here. Then chin in toward the chest and slowly lower yourself back down. Good. Now press the backs of your hands together as you sit. Point the fingertips up and then press your palms and kind of make a circle. So then you point them down and you can lift your arms as you do it because it looks kind of pretty and it's really good for your wrists. And then go the other direction on the way down. So you point them down, take the hands around and then touch the palms, then backs the hands, then touch the palms as you can make your way back down like a waterfall. Now bring your hands to the mat, roll yourself onto your back. And now take your right ankle just past the left knee. Flex your right ankle. You can keep the left foot on the floor or draw the legs in toward the chest. You can hold on behind the left leg or hold the left shin. Draw the right hip forward. So it's a gentle hip stretch. It's a variation of pigeon pose. I always called it thread the needle, but people call it other things. And release it, sometimes called figure four. Left ankle just past the right knee. Flex the left ankle, drawing the legs in, holding on behind your right leg or holding on to the shin. Now draw your left hip forward. Remember, you can always keep your right foot on the floor here. Just go to the whatever your edge is, wherever you feel a stretch. It never matters how deep you get into a stretch. Just so you feel a little stretch, and that's good. Not about the pose. Let's release the feet to the floor, knees bent. Shift your hips over to your right. Drop your knees to the left and look over your right shoulder. Take a couple long breaths here. As you continue your yoga practice, you'll learn or you'll feel more and more. It's so much more than just the poses. Come back to center. Take your hips over to your left, knees to the right, looking over your left shoulder. Turn your belly up toward the ceiling. Get a nice stretch through the spine. And now knees back together or back to center and head to center. Setting up for Shavasana. Tuck your knees in your chest for a moment and lengthen your sitting bones toward the floor to stretch out your back. And then take your feet to the floor, lengthening hips toward backs of knees. Knees can stay bent or stretch them out. Let your feet flap open, arms by your sides with your palms up. Close your eyes and rest. Our quote today comes from Desmond Tutu. If you want peace, don't talk to your friends. You talk to your enemies. Begin to lengthen your breath as you make some movements in your hands and arms and feet and legs. Take a long stretch overhead. And then bend your knees and roll to your right side. And again, take a moment to thank yourself. You're doing great work. Don't forget it. Make your way up to seated. Sitting nice and tall, bring your palms together. Let's bring the hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. And the hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And your hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications, sending out positive energy and peace to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Great job today. Thanks for being here. And if you made it all the way to the end, let me know by typing the secret word into the comments. Today's word is wonderful. So put wonderful in the comments today, and I'll know you made it to the end. And I thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.